Hello, my name is Juan Pablo Pez, and I share with you a little ideas about the human learning theories. The first theory is about behaviorism, and there are the main characteristics about this theory. Here we can see the uses of stimulus to create a behavior, and as like an experiment in a laboratory, we model the behavior of our learners. And here we can see a system of rewards and a punishment rewards as a passive method and punishment as an active method. Ivan Pavlov said process learning is completed when the learner's behavior is changed, modified, or conditional. And here, two advantages of this theory. The teachers can take the control of the process of learn, and you can reactivate the response by using reinforcers. For example, when you ring a bell, the students can know what to do. Two disadvantages for this theory. Because the learning process is done by repeating steps, knowledge is not permanent because this makes no sense to the student. And number two, you don't evaluate knowledge and you don't even evaluate skills, just responses in exam or an interview. Okay, when can I use behaviorism? When you want to improve your class management with your class commands, and when you want to teach a specific procedures, you can promote repeating sessions to set the behavior of your students. Okay. The second theory is about Cognitivism, and these are the main characteristics. In this theory, we can see this theory promotes the active participation of the learners, and the learners receives information, they create internal models and ideas when uses these models to explain circumstances. We don't just assess behavioral changes, we assess skills such as thinking, memory, and problem solving. The student will have his internal process to learn and he will communicate it to other people. What are the advantages of this theory? Here are two advantages. The student is aware of his own learning, and we can create models to reuse it in other cases. These are the two disadvantages. Their only objective is to generate knowledge. And number two, instructions should be organized and presented in a way to the student understand it. And when can I use cognitivism? When you want to analyze events of history and when you want to create models of natural phenomena. Okay, the third theory is about the social constructivism, and there are the main characteristics for this theory. Here we can see interactions promote conflicts. Yeah, and the students say, "What I know, what is the new, and what I have to do with it." The teacher's role is to promote a proper environment to the interaction with the student and his context. The student can't learn by himself. He needs interaction with her partners. Lev Vygotsky said, "Learning process is complete when the learner interacts with others in their circle." Okay, what are the advantages for this theory? Here we can see two advantages. Number one, promotes interaction for social skills, yeah, in the students. Number two, promotes critical thinking to share with tolerance. What are the disadvantages for this theory? When we don't have clear objectives to learn, the students can be confused. And number two, we cannot create meaningful learning in a wrong environment. Okay, when can I use social constructivism? When I create groups and they decide what they do to solve a case, and when we play roles in groups to simulate a real life situations. Okay, the last theory is about Cognitism. Yeah, and there is the main characteristics. Here we can see many information to manage. Yeah, and technology plays an important role to promote learning. And the students uses critical thinking to evaluate and discriminate information. Learning happens when student connects information. And the keywords of this theory are constantly connection, constantly change of the information, decision takes, and explore ideas. Okay, what are the advantages for this theory? We can see two advantages here. The active participation of the students, and the number two, there are many available resources to explore now. Yeah, and what are the two disadvantages? Many information is wrong and dangerous to our students. Many students don't accept new ways to learn. Most of students require regards for their behavior or for completing a task, not more. Yeah. And when can I use Cognitivism? When I promote that students explore new ways to acquire information. And number two, when we ask the students to make a conceptual map. Okay, this is all. Thank you.